You can feel it. Monday Night Football is different. And not just because it's a prime time slot. This one in Jacksonville suddenly feels like a season-defining moment for the Chiefs. You and I both know schedules can lull us into false security, but this Week 5 matchup has teeth. The Jaguars are rolling on the ground. They've got a physical lead blocker in Brennan Strange, and Trevor Lawrence can make plays when he's comfortable. So before we get to the X's and O's, let's be clear about the stakes. If Kansas City wants to leave Jacksonville with a win, the team has to fix a few things that have been nagging all season. Most notably, the run defense, and tap into the kind of explosive offense that makes Patrick Mahomes nearly unstoppable. Here's the tight version of what matters. Stop Travis Etienne when they hand it to him. Force Jacksonville out of comfortable early down runs. Then present obvious pass rush looks in 3rd and long so you can get to Trevor Lawrence, finally. And this is huge. Offensively, get Xavier Worthy heavily involved in ways that create vertical stress and open space for guys like Kels and Brown. That's the 3-key framework we'll keep coming back to. I want you to do something quick for me. Drop a single reply down below. KC if you think we win, JX if you think Jacksonville takes it. While you type that, think about this. Our run defense numbers this season have been worrying. We've given up too many yards on the ground. If you're a diehard, you already know which guys absolutely must show up. Chris Jones getting healthy, George Karlaftis bringing pressure, and the linebackers holding the edge. On offense, we need someone to be explosive. Last week, Xavier Worthy reminded everyone he can be that guy. We've got to see more of it. And because this channel is about building a community that actually moves the needle for Chiefs coverage, if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and help us reach our goal of 5,000 subscribers. When we hit that milestone, I'll drop a special post-game breakdown exclusively for subscribers. Also, smash the like if you want a breakdown of the Jaguars' left tendencies. I'll go film by film in the next video if the engagement's there. Before we jump deeper, what's the single stat or player you'll be watching first on Monday night? Type it in the comments. Now, I'll be reading. Next up, we'll unpack each of the 3 keys to victory so you know not only what needs to happen, but how the Chiefs can make it happen. All right, let's get into the real football talk. The 3 absolute musts if Kansas City wants to walk out of Jacksonville with a win on Monday night. These aren't just random ideas. These are the things that will define how this game goes from the first quarter to the final whistle. Key number 1. Stop the run. Everything starts here. Jacksonville's offense revolves around Travis Etienne. And if you've watched him this season, you know he's been electric. 6.1 yards per carry, nearly 400 yards on the ground already, and 2 touchdowns through 4 games. He's their engine. But the most interesting stat, the Jaguars do their best work running to the left. When they go that way, they're twice as efficient and pick up 3 times as many first downs compared to running right. That's not just about the offensive line. It's because of tight end Brennan Strange. Now, this guy isn't showing up big in fantasy leagues, but he's a problem in real football. He's one of the best lead blockers in the league right now, and he's been key to their ground game. If the Chiefs don't set the edge and control his blocking lanes, Etienne's going to keep gashing us. Kansas City's front 7, Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, Mike Dana, and the linebackers have to play disciplined football. We're allowing 127 rushing yards per game and grading out as one of the worst run defenses in the league. That has to end this week. And here's my question to you. Do you trust this Chiefs defense to hold Etienne under 80 yards? Type YES or NO in the comments. I want to see where the kingdom stands on this one. Key number 2. Bring the heat on Trevor Lawrence. Now, this one's where things get fun. Steve Spagnuolo loves pressure. Blitz after blitz after blitz, and it's been working. Here's the thing. Trevor Lawrence is terrible under pressure. Over the last 2 seasons, he's completed just over 40% of his passes when blitzed, averaging under 4 yards per attempt. And almost 9% of those throws are turnover-worthy plays. That's where the game flips. Did you know the Chiefs haven't lost a game since 2019 when they've won the turnover battle? That's 35 straight wins. Think about that. You win the turnover margin, you win the game. So, the formula is simple. Stop the run on early downs, put them in 3rd and long, then send the blitz and force Lawrence into mistakes. It doesn't have to be every down, but around that 40% blitz rate we used on Justin Herbert and Lamar Jackson. That's the sweet spot. Key number 3. Feed Xavier Worthy. Last week, Worthy reminded everyone why the Chiefs drafted him. 7 touches, 121 yards. That's efficiency and splash play ability rolled into one explosive return to action. He led the team in both rushing and receiving yards that game, and he did it from varied looks. Lined up wide about 70% of the time, slot the rest, and he produced at every level, deep shots, intermediate gains, even a backfield screen. That variety is the biggest weapon here. When you can't predict whether Worthy is going deep, getting on a sweep, or running a gadget, defensive coordinators hesitate, and hesitation against Patrick Mahomes is deadly. So, what's the ask? 10 touches. That feels like the magic number. 10 touches gives him the volume to threaten with explosive plays without turning him into a one-dimensional decoy. Reed can create those touches through simple game plan moves, a couple of quick screens, a jet motion sweep early, and at least 2 deep shot opportunities on early downs to stress the safeties. When Worthy's involved like that, the run game loosens, Kels finds more room underneath, and Mahomes has a cleaner window for yards after catch opportunities. Here's a poll for you. Which of these 3 keys do you think is most important to a Chiefs win? A, stop the run, B, bring the heat, C, feed Worthy? If you're enjoying the breakdown, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed to help us hit 5,000 Chiefs fans strong. Every sub helps this community grow, and it keeps more content like this coming your way. All right, time to zoom in on 2 players who could swing this game. Xavier Worthy on offense and rookie corner Joshua Williams on defense. These 2 change how you watch the game. I want you to picture 2 different snapshots. One where Worthy gets the ball early and stretches the defense, and one where Joshua Williams locks down his side and forces Jacksonville to dink and dunk instead of chewing chunks of yards on the ground. Both snapshots equal a better Chiefs chance to win. Let's start with Xavier Worthy. Last week was exactly the kind of explosion this offense needed. 7 touches, 121 total yards. That efficiency and splash play ability rolled into one explosive return to action. He led the team in both rushing and receiving yards that game, and he did it from varied looks. Lined up wide about 70% of the time, slot the rest, and he produced at every level, deep shots, intermediate gains, even a backfield screen. That variety is the biggest weapon here. When you can't predict whether Worthy is going deep, jetting on a sweep, or running a gadget, defensive coordinators hesitate, and hesitation against Patrick Mahomes is deadly. Now, flip to defense. Joshua Williams. If you haven't been paying full attention, you're missing something special. Through early action this season, he's been targeted 8 times and has allowed just 2 receptions for 10 yards. That's only 1.25 yards per target. He's creating incompletions at an elite clip, posting multiple pass breakups on limited targets, and holding opposing quarterbacks to an ultra-low passer rating when they test him. For a rookie corner to do this, that's not a fluke. It's film and fundamentals showing up on Sundays. Quick engagement for you. Type a single number in the comments. How many touches does Worthy get Monday night? Put the number only. I'll be watching the replies and calling out a few in the post-game breakdown. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit subscribe and help push this channel to 5,000 subscribers. That milestone unlocks an exclusive subscriber-only post-game winners and losers video. And you don't want to miss the breakdown. Now, let's put it all together. The blueprint for victory. Stay composed on offense. Mahomes needs to read post-snap rotations and deliver rhythm passes, quick passes, balanced runs, and smart tempo shifts. Early involvement for Worthy, Kels attacking underneath, and Pacheco pounding the middle. Keep Pacheco's fire burning. 15 touches minimum. Physicality breaks defenses, opens play action, and freezes safeties for deep shots to Worthy. Defensive discipline versus Lawrence. Stop the run early, set edges, keep gap integrity, and blitz strategically. Chris Jones, Mike Dana, Felix Onudike-Uzoma, they have to win matchups to force Lawrence into mistakes. Joshua Williams' continued rise. If he holds his own on his side, the secondary can shift focus elsewhere and slow the Jags' passing game. Play clean football. Fewer than 5 penalties, no mental errors, and take care of the football. That's how close games become wins. Prediction: Kansas City 27, Jacksonville 20. Controlled, professional victory. Not a blowout, but a statement game. Type your score prediction in the comments. Chiefs versus Jags. Just post the score. And before Monday night, make sure you're subscribed to help us hit 5,000 subs. Hit like, share with a fellow fan, and get ready. This is going to be a game to remember.